founders. The question was in our chat, and I can write it short, yes. So because we also talked about this, what is the difference between Urban Kiz and Kizomba Fusion? So there, Giovanna, she asked about, I asked the question to other teachers because it's like common question, yeah, and each has his own vision. What is yours? So especially yours vision, because also you can tell a bit like specification of Urban Kiz, how you like created this with others.
Okay, I go. First of all, I'm not a founder because I was not there. So where, as Albir said before, Enna, Moon, and Curtis doing this work. But when I start to dance with Curtis, we had a big problem because he couldn't explain me in a good way the technique of Urban Kiz. So I remember that during the demos he was doing with her left arm, "You are heavy," and I was like, I'm not heavy. So I had to work a lot to understand what really wants to do with that technique, because for me it was not clear. So I have tried to speak with three of them and was impossible because they have a lot of talent, they have a lot of uh, everything, but they didn't study the dance as something like technique or go to a school to practice. So even the vocabulary was difficult with them in order to speak about the transfer of the way. What is that? Was difficult. So was me saying, okay, we need to find the technical difference between these two styles. I don't want to speak about music. I don't going to speak. This is another big subject. I'm just going to speak about the technique. And first of all, if Albir, it's okay with me, for me, urban Kizomba fusion is a fusion. I mean, all the dancers are fusion already, all of them, instead of Afro and ballet. That's it, all of them. The rest are fusions. But into Kizomba scene, for me, when you say Kizomba fusion, is because you can see Kizomba and another style clearly. Like if I see Albir dancing, I can see hip hop and Kizomba. And for me, this is a perfect fusion. And I'm gonna say as well that there are a lot of teachers fusing different styles without control really well the other style. Like Albir is a hip hop professional dancer. There are a lot of people fusing tango and they are not tango dancers. So they are just taking steps, figures from the other dance. But for me, a fusion is when you can see perfectly Kizomba and another style. But Urban Kiz is a Kizomba trainer. And we, Curtis and me, we were talking about three difference, main difference. The first one is about the draw that we are doing on the dance floor when we are dancing. Kizomba, you don't care the orientation. You can dance in circles, diagonals. And Urban Kiz, we dance in lines, like salsa en línea and salsa cubana. It's super clear. As a follower, for example, I know that every time that I'm gonna turn is 90 degrees or 180 degrees. I never gonna use the diagonals. So sorry, it's so young. So first the lines and the circles. Second is the distance when we are dancing. But a lot of people think that in Urban Kiz we have not connection on the chest, and it's not true. When we are in the closed position, we have that connection on the chest, but in the moment that we start to walk, we take more distance between the couple. That's why we have a lot of space to play with our legs and with our feet. Actually, if we have not that connection on the chest, we're gonna have the connection on the feet, but never in the thigh. We are not connected in the thigh. I know that you're gonna say, but if I watch the videos of this teacher, he's doing that. I know, but in that moment when Urban Kiz start, this was the the technique. And the third, and for me, is the one who makes completely the difference between the, I'm going to speak about Kizomba, no Kizomba fusion, because in fusion is different for me. And Urban Kiz is the transfer of the weight. And this is the big difference in a lot of styles in the dance world. In Kizomba, we transfer the weight directly with all our upper body, with everything. It's like one. I cannot do a touch. Doesn't exist in Kizomba. You don't gonna put just your foot in there without weight. Or you go with everything, or you don't go. That's why we do balanza, balanza, balanza. In Urban Kiz, first we touch. In ballet will be a butt mount on you. Is when you put your leg free of weight. And that's why we can do that travas and we can play and we can go up because of that transfer of the weight. Sometimes I can see on the dance floor the followers trying to follow an Urban Kiz teacher, dancer, and they go with everything to do a touches, and it's super uncomfortable because they don't realize that go just with the leg. And if you feel that you can continue, then you're going to transfer. And it's too much effort for nothing. So for me, the most important thing is the transfer of the weight. And if I'm not wrong, in Tarraxo, they dance in super down level, and they are using the transfer, but with slides. So again, it's something about how we transfer the weight. This is the clave, ¿cómo es clave?
The key.
The key. Yes. And after of these three differences, there is another super important for me as well. When you dance Kizomba, you have your feet parallel. They are not together. It's a natural position. When we dance Urban Kiz, we need to create just one point of axis. That's why we have our feet completely together. We are ready to go with the right or with the left, forward, backwards, in whatever moment. And this is a really important detail as well. And I guess that's it.